All right. Hey, everybody. What's going on? It's your girl, Miss T. Listen, thank you guys so much again for joining me. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that subscribe, that like, that comment, share, pretty much do everything on my platforms. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. I could not do this without you. So, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hugs and kisses virtually because Corona is real. Listen, if you have not already, please, please, please go and follow me on Instagram. Talk with Miss T, Miss, the letter T. If you put in anything else, it's not going to be me. Talk with Miss T on Instagram as well as Facebook. Also, go and check out my website. It's dope. It's purple, it's bubbly, and it's friendly just like me. We use the friendly around here. So that's talkwithmisst.com. Listen, I am not even going to prolong today. I have an amazing panel of guests that are going to come and talk to me. I love people. I'm a people's person. But listen, I'm super excited about this. This is our business panel part 1. So I have all my young folks today. They gonna be on with me. Some a little bit older than me, but we're gonna put them in the young people field today. So business panel, we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things pertaining to business, how they got started, pretty much everything. So, without further ado, I am going to go ahead and bring my guests on, and we're going to go ahead and get started. 1, 2, 3, and boom. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey,
How's everybody doing today?
I'm good.
Great.
That's good. Y'all don't look as happy as I feel right now. What's going on?
Girl.
It's been a long day. So it's like
really has.
Okay. Well, we'll see how the rest of this conversation goes, because y'all look dead right now. So we're gonna have to perk y'all up a little bit. We're gonna have fun today.
Girl.
All right. So individually, I need each and every one of you guys just to start. I'm gonna start with Miss Official first because she hates talking. So I'm gonna start with her first. Just tell the people that don't know who DJ Miss Official is.
Well, hello there, world. I am DJ Miz Official. I am a. Ooh, I'm about to tell my age a little bit. I'm a 20-year DJ. I've been doing this since I could talk and walk. Um, I am based in New York, but I do travel all over the world, and I just love what I do.
That was so dry. We're gonna get her later, y'all, because that was so dry. That was anyway. Next up we have Mr. Wilson. Tell the people who you are.
My name is Virgil. I am a 5-time entrepreneur,
Come on.
actor, makeup artist. Yeah, I got a lot going on with me, but entrepreneurship is my thing.
Awesome. Miss Radiance, you're next.
Ooh, Jesus. I'm like, dang, I hope I go last now. I'm Radiance. I am a 3 or 4. I can't really keep up now. Entrepreneur. My main business is jewelry. I love jewelry. I love making jewelry. But yeah, I'm based out of Cleveland, Ohio. Soon I'll be somewhere else. Praise the Lord. But yeah, I love everything business, honestly, and it's been such a wonderful journey. So I'm happy to share some great things.
Awesome. And last but not least, Mr. Aaron, tell the people who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron Henry. A lot of people call me Ace as well. I'm from Newcastle, Delaware. Started my clothing brand, Cosmic Wave Apparel, a couple years ago. Just trying to keep building it up now and raising awareness.
Awesome. Awesome. So I like something that all y'all said. Because first of all, y'all were so like, hi, I'm this. Y'all gotta be a little bit more bubbly with me.
Girl.
I'm gonna start calling y'all out.
I told you it's been a long day. This is the 5th event, baby.
I know. But listen, I appreciate all of you guys taking the time out just to talk to me. We want to know, well, what I want to talk about first is the pros and cons for business. So without really saying first what your business is, tell me. I'll start with Virgil because I like to pick on him a lot. So, what is one con that you would say that you dislike about business?
Ah, that's honestly a hard question for me. I feel like because everything that I do, I greatly enjoy. I don't necessarily feel that there's cons in it because I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to do my research. Um, I feel like the only thing when it does come to business that could be a con is sometimes when it comes to working with other people who may not be as passionate, as driven as you are. And that's why for me, I honestly run all my businesses by myself because I don't got time for the pushback and people not working up to what I need them to work. So I just do everything myself. So, that's my thing. But for the most part, I don't really have any big cons, and that's the honest truth.
Okay. Aaron, what about you? What's a con for you for business?
A con for me, if I put like a special thing out, I'll release something. Um, I might not have people buy it right then. Like awareness is more of a con sometimes. Just figuring out how to, get my stuff out, new merchandise, things like that. But I would say that would be the biggest con.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Fisher? Now it's a little bit different for you, I know, because you're a DJ, so you're not really well, technically you're selling something, but you're more so selling actual service to people where you got to get them to dance. So what's the con for you?
I mean, where I am, a con really, it's funny to say a con is just being a female in the profession that I'm in. That really is a hard con. It's a really hard one out there. But, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Radiance?
For me, like in all my businesses, everybody assumes that you're like super rich. Like everyone assumes like if I could just tell you the amount of messages I get, like, oh, okay, do you want to donate? Like, I love giving. I'm a big giver, but everyone just assumes that I'm like die hard rich. And I love that. Like, keep assuming because one day it's gonna like, be up there. But
Right.
like when you refuse to give, because I like to give out the kindness of my heart. People like, oh, well, you're too good to do this. Like, no, but you're assuming that I got like 8 figures in my bank account. Not yet, honey. So that's seriously.
That is true. I think for me, I would say the biggest con, in my opinion, would be timing. Figuring out if there's enough time to get everything done. Especially too when you juggle so many different hats, whether it's, you do clothes, you do makeup, it's always about timing. Like, can I produce this in enough time? So it's kind of like, especially too when somebody gives you a deadline, like, hey, I need this like as soon as possible. It's like, okay, I know I have this to do, but can I also get this out as well? So I think that would be a con for me. So let's go with pros. I'm gonna start with Radiance first, and technically she went second to Liz. So let's start with a pro. What's a pro for you? What's something good that you like about business?
Being my own boss, and making up my own rules. I've worked for enough people to see what I don't want in my business and then things that I can also adopt for my businesses. So I think that's a big one. Like being able to be like, okay, this is what I like. I can, put that towards my business or saying, okay, I learned that this is not something that's efficient for business, so I'm not going to have that. So I think that's a very big one for me, being my own boss.
Okay. What about you, Aaron?
Big pro for me is expressing my style and being able to get it out there so everybody else can kind of see what I like and wear like my style. Like I just like I feel like I'm big in fashion, always being able to dress a little bit. I like matching clothes, outfits, shoes, and things like that. So I just wanted everybody else to get a taste of what I see and being able to express themselves with like a different type of clothing brand for everybody, not just catered to one race, one gender, one ethnicity. I want everybody to be able to wear it, old, young, white, red, blue, any color. So that's a pro. Love it. I love the design.
Okay. All right, Virg, what about you?
I would have to definitely agree with Radiance. I love being a boss. I really do. The fact that I'm able to call the shots, and not to sound cocky, but I love calling the shots and doing things when I want to do them. And if I don't feel like doing something today, then I don't have to do it because it's mine. I answer to me, and I like that about it. Um, I also like being able to allow my creativity to flow in the way that I choose it to flow, and not having outside sources tell me that it may not be good enough. Because sometimes even on jobs, like, we can have ideas, and there probably are great ideas, but sometimes when it comes to somebody else that you're working with, it's not that they don't recognize that as a good idea, but they have bosses that they have to also answer to, and they may not be for that idea. But for me, like, when I feel as though I want to do something a specific and tailored way, I can do that and execute it to my liking.
Right.
And if it don't work, then cool. But if it do work, then then that's even better.
Awesome. Miss Official?
I'm in the same boat as Radiance and Virgil. I like being my own boss. I like being able to say, I like being responsible in something. I feel like owning what I do and controlling it gives me a responsibility to push myself where I want to be. So, I just like being my own boss. It gives me that timing that whenever I want to do it. So now I don't have to, it's not a 9 to 5. I don't have to be obligated to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I can actually be asleep and still wake up and do whatever work I need to do. So I definitely like being my own boss and just having my own time whenever I want to do it.
Right. So it seems like what everyone here has in common is that we all want to be our own bosses. We all like being our own bosses. We like creating, we like, doing, like, calling the shots, basically, because that's what it entails. It entails, taking that extra step. So I want to first highlight every individual business that's here. So I want to start with Aaron, only because I love his stuff. Like, it's dope. Like, it's dope. So if y'all notice, like, for the past week, I've been like, hey, I need y'all to send me y'all stuff so I can, I need some stuff from y'all, because that's what me personally, I like to support those that support me. I done got my stuff from Radiance. I got to order my stuff from Radiance. So this is what I like to do. So I want to start with Aaron. Just tell the people that don't know just a little bit as far as how your clothing line got started.
Okay, well, about 3 years ago, I started working for Microsoft. We actually got our own personal computers to work on. So I actually started to draw a little bit on my tablet, just playing around. And then one day I just came up with a logo, and I was like, yo, this might look kind of dope on like a hat. So I actually put it on a hat one day and was like, yo, I like this. Came up with a name for it, which took me a little while. And then just started putting it on different clothes, wearing it, taking some pictures of it, posting it, and then I just say, I'm gonna start my own brand. Why not? Everybody else is doing it. Everybody else wants to pay all this money for Gucci, Nike, all these top brands. Why can't I start my own brand? That was a lot of motivation there, and kind of what everybody said earlier about being their own boss. I wanted to eventually work for myself, and I want to venture out to different areas, not just the clothing brand, but I feel like it's a great start.
Okay. Radiance, tell us a little bit about yours.
Ooh, I was, like, this whole business was birthed during this COVID. I've always said that I've always wanted to have a business or businesses, but I didn't know that I would start one this year. So I was just literally working from home, talking to a customer, and what she said to me made so much sense about being my own boss. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it now. You know, I'm a mom and I definitely want to be an example to my daughter. Like, you don't have to work for someone if you don't want to. And I just started doing research and I was just like, you know, I really prayed about it because I didn't have a name. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just was like, I'm going to do something. And I'm passionate about jewelry and, you know, seeing people's faces light up with just accessories, I think is really cool because you can, you know, it's your own person. You make your jewelry can like really show who you are as a person, your personality and things like that. So I was just like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. And I learned, you know, about the jewelry business and how it is and what I can make, what I can, you know, sell, all that stuff. So I was just like, all right, I prayed about it. I set a date and I just went into action. So, yeah.
I know your stuff is so amazing. When I got, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to wear it.
I'm so happy. I was just like, I'm going to have to give her something. You know,
and I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Miss Official, tell us about some of the services that you provide as being a DJ.
Well, as she said, I am a DJ. I DJ corporate parties, birthday parties, baby showers, divorce parties. Yes, there are actually such thing as divorce parties. I've done 2 already. They're actually pretty lit. They're actually better than the wedding. I've actually done, you know, it's crazy to say, I've done repasses. They book DJs now for repasses. I think it might be a little crazy, but they be lit. Anything you need a DJ for, I'm usually your person to go. I do community events, non-for-profit, all that good stuff. But then on the flip side, I do graphics. I do sound installations and visual installations also. So I've had my hand in every ounce of the music side. I've dived back into producing music. So now I'm just, you know, in all avenues of sound and engineering and all that good stuff. So yeah. And that grew from, I was 10. My grandfather and my dad are both DJs. Well, my dad's no longer a DJ, but my grandfather still is. So it's a third generation thing going on here. So, yeah.
Maybe we'll get a 4th, but anyway, Virgil, tell us about yours.
Which one?
Ooh.
Tell them about the makeup line. Those are the lashes I'm currently wearing, by the way.
Well, oh Jesus, was been 2 years this past September. I've for some years now I've had like a love for makeup. The whole beauty side has, you know, always intrigued me. And you know, I after doing, you know, research, I'm a big avid watcher of YouTube, and I was like, you know, I want to have my own brand because, you know, I'm, you know, always watching videos and seeing what people like and dislike. I wanted to do my best to create products from what I see that people, you know, like. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I did all the research I needed to do, got the logo and built the website and all that stuff. And I started from there. And as most businesses do, like in the initial launch, sales was slow. Hold up now. Hold on now. I didn't spend a bag. I need y'all to come get this. But, you know, as time went on, I began to come up with different ways and ideas to promote myself and to promote the brands and get eyes on what I was selling. And now, you know, the business is doing so well. And I'm most definitely grateful for that because I put in so much time with it, like literally on a daily basis, like constantly staying up to like 1 o'clock in the morning, coming up with new ideas and different products that I want to launch and all that stuff. So, you know, it takes time, but you know, when it's something you love to do, like the time doesn't even matter.
Right. That's very true. I think that also goes back to timing. like making sure that the timing is right for whatever it is that you're going to do. So let's talk a little bit about generating ideas. So how do you generate a new idea? So like, how do you think about that next, for instance, eyeshadow palette that you're going to create, or that new t-shirt that you're going to design? Like how, like what generates those ideas? So let's start with Aaron.
Definitely the seasons. For example, if it's wintertime, about to be summertime, about to be fall now. So now working on more hoodies, sweatsuits, long sleeves, things like that. But as far as the design ideas, just a lot of brainstorming, just putting stuff, actually sketching it out, making different mock-ups. And I actually ask a couple of my friends here and there what they think about certain things, like the ones that I know have a little bit of style. So I know they'll keep it 100 with me and give me good feedback. They really feel, but it's really, I go off of what I will wear a lot of times. Yeah, that's really how I do it sometimes. But stuff just pops into my head. I just get ideas and I'll just do like a little mock-up. I'll draw it on like a little fake, like a mock-up on the computer. But yeah, that's really how I get my ideas in general. Sometimes it just comes to me naturally too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Radiance?
It's a mix of like researching, seeing what's in style now, and then praying, because I don't want to be like everybody else. Like when I started my business, I researched a lot of different jewelers and stuff like that. And a lot of people have like the same style. And I'm not knocking them, people just copy, but I didn't want to be that. So when I make bracelets, once it's sale, I will never make that type of bracelet again. So like I'm continuously just coming up with new stuff. And sometimes I just like randomly go into my container and just grab different jewels and put them together. But like I just like things to be authentic. So I do that, and then I do a lot of custom stuff. So when people tell me like they have a vision, I'm like, okay, and then I go back and forth. But a lot of times it's just really me praying, like, okay, Lord, give me a vision. Like, this is what it is. Make it plain to me and just come out. Like, yeah, because I don't like to be a copycat. Like, I don't like that. So it just really, I just like stuff to be, authentic and just, real. Yeah.
Gotcha. What about you, Virgil?
Well, anybody that is, has any type of eye on the beauty industry, or even if you think about fashion, think that things are always changing. You can tell, you could just look, when it comes to fashion, you could just look at people and see what's in style. So I try to, especially when it comes to the makeup side, like I see what people are talking about. If the trend right now is, big, bold, bright colors, then that's the type of eyeshadow palette I want to come out with. If it's the fall, it's it's going to be more so fall inspired colors. So I feel like it's all about researching and keeping an eye on what your market is.
Right.
If you know your market, then your eye will automatically go to that and see what you need to do next. So I feel like you gotta know what you're doing. But I feel like that's also what goes into being passionate about what you're doing, because when you're passionate about it, you don't even have to think about putting your eye on it. It's automatically going to go. So if you're into fashion, when you go throughout your day, your eye is automatically going to be looking at people's clothes, because that's what you love it. It sounds so simple, but for you, it's like that moment of happiness, if that makes sense, because you see something that's dope, the way it's put together, the way it's styled, and you like it, and it'll kind of light that fire inside of you to be inspired by that, to get to your own drawing board to go from there.
That's true. So I like picking on Mr. Official a lot. And the reason why I do it is because like I said, I wanted to do a variety of different things. So like, for instance, Aaron has clothes, Radiance has jewelry, Virgil does everything underneath the sun, like with makeup. So, but I really specifically wanted Mr. Official on here because she kind of gives us the balance, right? So everybody has something pertaining to stuff that people wear, but she has a service. Like she actually has to go and, set up and do these things like for actual events. So, Miss Official, what I want to ask you is, how do you market yourself? How do you look at competition of like other DJs? How do you put all of that together to make your brand stronger?
When I first got into this, it was really like a lot of word to mouth and, people just knowing who my grandfather was and knowing my family and stuff like that. But, recently down the years, I tried to really get more heavier into social media. Just trying to find general ways to do leads and getting customers and referrals. But I could say in the past maybe year or two, I kind of started leaning more towards on help. Sometimes you think you can do everything on your own, but you get to a certain place and you get stuck, and you're trying to figure out why you're stuck. You're still getting gigs, but you're just trying to figure out you're stuck and you want to get to a different level, and you don't know what you're doing. And so when it comes to my services, I went leaning towards have a management team, and I have a publicist. And, now you can see where things start rebranding and change.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like she said, during the pandemic is how she created her business. During the pandemic, I can say we rebranded the whole DJ Miss Official brand and, took it to a level where people probably would have never thought a DJ would ever go, with certain things that I'm doing and getting ready to do. And so, you just, in the services I am, you need a team. You can't do everything on your own. There's no way. As much as people can say, oh, you can do it all by yourself, you really can't. Because you can come up with the ideas, but you can't execute them all because there's just certain things in this industry that you can't touch or you can't get to. So you just have to have those people that that can reach those areas of expertise, and you just can continue to go. That's it.
You're right. So that brings me to my next question. So what is your trust factor like? So like she said, some people, they have a team designed to help them because, they may be in that specific field where they can't do it by themselves. So for instance, I know for myself, I work solo. I mean, there may be sometimes I may reach out and be like, yo, like, I need your help. Like, can you help me with this? But it's like a very slim to none chance that I'll do that, only because you can't really trust everybody with the vision that you have for your business, right? So let's just start there. Why don't you have a team? Or do you want a team? But again, it's just that trust factor. I'm starting with Virgil first though.
No, because like you know me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this for like 11 years now.
Yeah.
So, and it's not that like if I wanted a team, I could definitely scout out for people, but it's hard to really answer it. Like, I guess it's really because I generally love what I do. So it's not stressful to me. If I have to be up until 3:00 in the morning, that's dope to me. I love that because I love what I do. So I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not missing out on sleep, because what sleep when you love what you do? You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, for me, it's just like, yeah, like at the same time, it is hard to trust people. And I always give the analogy of like, when you have a business, it's like your baby. And if you want somebody to watch your baby, you're going to want to know that they're going to feed your baby when they need to be fed. They're going to be changed. They're going to love on it and give it all the attention and time it needs. And everybody isn't going to do that. Right. So I would have to know that you're going to be able to deliver exactly what I'm going to give or come better. If you below me, then it ain't going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work, because especially for the simple fact that when you start your business from the ground up, I mean, like literally, like just think about when you started your business, you ain't have nothing. You didn't have any contacts, no resources, no nothing. You didn't know anything. You had to do all of the groundwork. Mm-hmm. You had to do your research. You had to stumble and fall so you can get better and everything like that. Right. Do you think I'm going to allow somebody to come in and tear that apart?
Sure.
Like I refuse to do that. So I feel like at this time, until it gets to the point where I may, come across somebody who is like on the same page as me and may want to join my team, I'm gonna just be working by myself because it's been working. And even though I got all these businesses, because I feel like my plate sometimes is like when you got mashed potatoes and the gravy just spilling all off the plate sometimes. But I don't complain about it because like I said, I love what I do.
Right.
But
What
I'm
about
like,
you,
what
Aaron?
else?
The same. I feel like everything Virgil just said is 100%. Like you said, this is your baby. You have high expectations for what you want to do in the long run and your vision. It's like you got to be able to trust somebody else that they'll be as passionate the same way as you are. Because if you got somebody that's just, I'm here, I'm on the team, and they're not like really putting in the work, or they're not passionate, they don't see the same vision as you. It's like, why are they on my team? So it's like finding the right people. You can't just pick anybody to be on your team. It got to be the right people. They got to share the same vision. They got to be passionate about it as well. Because if they're not, then there's no way you can help me. It's no way we can get to where I want us to be because we're not on the same page.
Right. Radiance.
For me, the Bible says under a multitude of counsel, there's safety. And while I don't have a team per se that's literally helping me do legwork, I do have a group of people that I go to and consult. Some of them being like my grandparents, people that I know who are business minded and understand what business is and can, while my mom is my mom or my grandmother is my grandmother, I go to my grandmother as my pastor, not my grandma. Or I go to my mom as a businesswoman, not my mom. And so we know how to decipher the two, along with a couple other people that I go to, including you, Tanisha. So I come and bounce off ideas, or I say, I'm looking towards this. What do you think about this? I don't really need right now. I know eventually I will need a team. Like I've had my mom help me actually make bracelets. But as far as the business part and getting things out, I do consult with people who understand business and understand my passion, and who I can go to and say, hey, can you pray over this? Can you, hear what the Lord is saying about this before I just put this out there? I think that's important. As far as me hiring someone, they would definitely have to understand my passion and understand, I'm not in this for money. Obviously we're going to make money because, hey, we all want a coin, but you have to understand my vision and what my brand is. And we have to see further than the money. So once I do get to that point, I feel like the Lord will have someone along my path. Right now, no, I stick to consulting and praying and doing what I want to do. So, yeah.
Can I say something real quick? She said something about the whole money thing. And I've said that a few times, like on Facebook. I feel like especially a lot of these new businesses, because I feel like sometimes people look at people who have been an entrepreneur for a long time, and I feel like some of us make it look very easy. That's like you were saying earlier, people think you rich, and sometimes it's just because we make it look easy, or we're always looking good just because we keep ourselves up. But I feel like a lot of these new entrepreneurs don't flourish because they're all in it just for the sake of money. So, and my thing is, if you're only in it for the money, you ain't gonna really be up until 3 o'clock in the morning grinding it out. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna be up trying to come up with different ideas and different designs and different things and how to promote and what you can do next to bring it to a bigger audience, because you're only in it for money. And I think that's what a lot of people have to understand, that being an entrepreneur is not easy. I don't care how easy or how good it looks. People have to realize that it's not easy. And if you're not really ready to put in the work, don't do it. Because it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to, depend on what you're doing, it's going to take a lot of money sometimes that you do not have. But the thing about it is, when you're passionate about it, and I tell people all the time, when you're passionate about it, even if you got $0 in the bank, it ain't even about that. Because if you're passionate, when you put that work behind it, things will come to you. Especially because God sees that you're passionate about, and you're doing the very best with what you have, the money's going to come at the end of the day. So I really feel like people have to stop always trying to get into being their own quote unquote boss. Because, you know, I feel like that has also became a thing where I'm my boss, but it's just like, but do you have a business account? Where's your website? You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants the title because it looks so good. It feels good to be able to say it, but unless you have receipts, you're just saying it.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, that's actually an accurate statement. I think a lot of people, like you said, they don't really see the behind the scenes of what a business owner goes through. They just see, oh, here's the product, buy it. They don't see the, like you said, we up 3-4 o'clock in the morning, making sure orders are ready, you know, making sure everything is right. They don't see that. They just say, oh, I want to do something. You know what I mean? Not really doing, like you said, the research of, okay, well, if I go into this type of business, this is what I have to do. If I do this is like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a mind thing. You know what I mean?
And they're
so
trying to also jump on waves of what they feel as though it's popular too. Like, you sell bracelets. So they may see that everybody's selling bracelets and it seems like everyone's being successful. And don't get me wrong, that's how some people can become inspired to do something. But at the same time, it's not necessarily that it's successful because it's bracelets. It's because the people behind the brand are making it successful.
Yep.
That's the difference.
Right. Listen, well, y'all speaking facts today. And this is exactly why, you know, like I said, I wanted to have this particular platform because I want people to see what we see. You know what I mean? Even though sometimes you can't lead the blind to a vision if they don't have it. You know what I mean? And that's just it's sad to say it like that, but it's true. Like, if you can't, you know, even see my vision as far as what I'm trying to do. Like, for instance, I'll use Radiance. Radiance does bracelets. Everybody has them, but she does something different that's like, I want to buy it from her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Virgil has a cosmetic line. He has something that's different that makes people attract to it. You know what I mean? So it's all about the give and take. You know what I mean? So let's go with this question, because I know a lot of people ask me, like, you know, how I basically got into what I'm doing now. And I tell people all the time, I like to talk. I like to debate. Like, that's how I started this. Like, I honestly, and to be honest, like, I can say it because it's true. I literally grew up watching my brother do it. Looking at my brother on red carpets. That's what I want to do. I know I like to talk. I know I can get in front of a camera and talk to people. So that's what motivated me to get into my business. So I'm start with Mr. Official. What motivates you to keep going in business?
You know, like I said, it's a generational thing, and I've watched my grandfather just hustle when it came to this music thing, and you know, he made it look so easy. You know, like you said, you don't see the background stuff, so he made it seem so easy. I see him pull crates and crates and crates, and he rocking parties. He walked down the street, yo, DJ Jimmy Jam was popping, and I'm like, yo, I want that. Like, I want that, but it's hard because I'm an introvert for one. It's hard, but you know, I learned and I learned and hustled with it, and here I am now, going on 20 years in the game, doing things that a lot of female DJs, not even gonna say DJs, really most DJs altogether, are not doing or touching at my age. It takes years for them to get to where I've built and grown. So, you know, I love music. I grew up in church. I was in the choir. I was singing on the praise and worship team. I was running the audio and the visual. So it's just been in my genes and my DNA all my life. So why not continue what God has placed me? Like one thing I've always said, if you don't keep God in it, then it's not worth being a part of it. So that's one thing. This is God-led. It's not just me pushing it. This is definitely somewhere that God placed me, and I'm gonna continue to do it as long as it's where He want me at. you know.
And as long as I keep, managing your social media, making sure you're not doing nothing crazy. Yep, you add that in there, so I just thought I would do it for you.
Yeah, so if the world does not know, this young lady next to me, was she right here? No, she right there. This young lady next to me, I can't, whatever. She is my publicist. She's the one that keeps me from posting all the crazy stuff so I don't end up on TMZ or Shade Room. I mean, I probably wouldn't post anything like that anyway, but she is the reason I have grown to trust people on my team. That's like she said, trusting. And I don't trust everybody, especially in this industry. Being a female, you can't, because they can make it seem like you out here doing things that you're not even doing. And so having someone like Tanisha on my team has shown me the side of the business that just makes it believable. It makes it look easy. So everything everybody see out there is mostly her that's doing it. It ain't me. It's her. She's the reason for these hats. She's the reason for the rebranding. It's her. So
the nails, everything. When she told me she was going to, so you going where? I'm sorry, what? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Moving on. Aaron, what about you? What keeps you motivated in business?
Keeps me motivated. Well, I want to build something for my family for the future. I know it's not just this, but venturing into other things as well. My family, a lot of them had great jobs and everything. They never had like their own business. That's just something that I just wanted to always do. Just to say I did it, and that's really it. I just want to build something for like my kids, wife, whenever that happens. Just to have something to say I did it. Starting my own business from the bottom, from nobody helping me, just getting it from the muscle. It's just, that's what keeps me going.
What about you, Ray? What keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? I have a drive. Growing up, I've always been relentless with things, and I don't give up. Like, I'm the type of person, we can all see it's broken, and I'm like, no, we can put it back together. Like, we're gonna find every single piece and we're gonna put it back together. And that's how I am with my business. Is like, when I first launched, I got like 3 orders, and you would have thought I had like $1 million or something, but I was just like so happy to do these just 3 orders. And in that, I was just like, my mom was proud of me, my grandparents was proud, and just seeing the smile on my daughter's face. Like, Glory thinks that all these bracelets I make are hers anyways. So I think it's just really funny. She really keeps me motivated. And just being an example, I didn't realize that I was such an example to other people until they began to message me and say, like, I see what you're doing. Like, you're so inspiring. And I'm just doing this because, this is my vision. But I'm inspiring other people, or other people see me as an example. So for me, it's just like, I can be that. Like, I can be that example for a little girl who someone never told that she can be an entrepreneur, or for the little boy who, he loves whatever he want to do, but no one ever told him that he can be the best that he can be. So that's what keeps me motivated. Like, just knowing that there's young people. Everyone knows I love youth. So like, just knowing that there's young people that I can impart something to and say, hey, you can come from nothing. Like, people don't know my story, but like, you can literally come from nothing and build your way up. Just as Chandra said, like, I'm sorry, DJ Miss Official said, that, without God, like, once you have God in something, it's just way better. So just having that, like, just knowing, like, I have these other people that's looking at me. I can't give up. Like, I can't quit, because there's other little kids. My own daughter is looking at me like, Mommy, you got this. Even though I don't got this, like, if I don't get orders for a month, I'm still going to keep going. You know what I mean? So I think that's what really like pushes me to motivate me to keep going. Because these days I'm just like, you know what? I haven't had an order in a week. Okay. What am I doing this for? Why do I have all of this? I could give all this jewelry stuff to somebody else. But you know what? I keep going. Like, it's like, hey, that's what it is. So it's the youth, and just knowing that there's kids that's coming behind me that's going to be greater. So that's what really, as you see, I got riled up. So that's what really motivates me. Like, you can be that example, because I had people, but I didn't have a person like me. So yeah, that's what gets me.
What about you, Virgil? What keeps you motivated?
Honestly, I know that I would be doing a huge disservice to myself if I didn't continue to go. There's no way that I would ever stop doing something that makes me feel alive. Something that makes me feel alive that doesn't, and it's weird when I say that doesn't cost me money, because it does, but it doesn't at the same time. Because like I said, I don't care about the money, regardless of what is coming in or I have to dish out. And that's my biggest thing. What I do, it makes me feel alive. It really makes me feel good about myself. Even now, all that I do, like I try to wrap my head around how I'm even able to do everything that I do. Like I know for a long time that I've had these ideas and things I've wanted to do, but it's just like, it's almost like, I guess that's what they call as being humbled, I guess. But it's just like, it's hard to really wrap your head around how you're able to have a dream that you always dreamed and see it from the outside, and you're looking at like, wow. It's almost like that wow moment. Like, I didn't know that this could actually really happen.
Right.
And I think that's the feel good in it. And I think when you're able to continue to dream, because I know for me, I've been a dreamer ever since I was a kid. And as corny as cheesy as it may sound, I'm still, as a 33-year-old adult, I'm still a big time dreamer, because for me, that's what has worked for me. And here, I'm already Emmy award winning, all these awards, all these recognitions. And even though it sounds crazy at the same time, it's not, because here I'm there, but physically I'm not there yet, but I'm on that path. And it's crazy. Like I said, I had it here, and to actually be walking in it it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing. And that's why I try to get people to do, like, if you're not passionate about it, then don't do it. Because if you're not passionate about it, you ain't gonna never feel this feeling. You're not. And when you feel that feeling, that's why I say the money. It's almost like, even if you probably never make money off of something that you love, you probably will still be okay with still doing it, because you don't do it for the money. You just do it because it makes you feel alive. Just to be able to be creative and come up with ideas and see a crumb of an idea turn into now this outfit that you do, and this jewelry and the DJ sets and all that other stuff. To see that's to me, that's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for me. You see what I'm saying? Seeing it come and turn into this big thing now.
Right.
So that's what definitely keeps me going. And I live for those moments, to be able to say, it's like, boom, like, this is my life.
Yeah.
This is my life. And to me, that's something that nobody can ever take away from you. No one can ever take that away from you. Nobody, because they didn't give it to you. Nobody gave you your drive and your passion and the things that were destined for your life at the end of the day. That's why I tell people, no matter what, no matter how negative somebody may talk about you or your quote unquote your little business, that's all good. That's all good. Because at the end of the day, what's destined for you is destined for you. It's as simple as that. People can try to knock you down all day, but if you meant to have that 2021 BMW, that's exactly what you're gonna have. Because it was written for you to have that.
For sure.
But that was my
bad. No, listen, it's okay. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was actually going to say that's actually, in all honesty, what motivated me to keep going. I will never forget it. I had someone who literally, well, the thing about it is they didn't say it to me directly, but they said it in a post about me, didn't tag me or nothing. But it was just like, all she does is talk about her little company. And that right there sparked the thought process of, I cannot let this fail. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care how long I have to stay up. I don't care how much money or time I have to put into it. I cannot let this fail. So that was over 2 years ago. And now I'm here. Now I'm doing everything that I said to myself that I was going to do. Like, who would have ever thought I would have been on a billboard? Like, who would have ever thought?
The crazy thing is, everybody, even everybody now that the big companies that we buy from once was a little business.
Exactly.
And most of these businesses are out here multi-million-dollar businesses now.
Yep.
So yeah, I do got a little business.
Yep.
I sure do. Just like Bill Gates once had, the owner of Amazon once had, the owner of Facebook once had. Everything was little at one time. And so everybody jumped on, the wave of it, and look at it now.
Yeah. I agree.
So at the end of the day, who has the last laugh?
Yeah. Because while you sitting there in the unemployment line, I'm sitting here working and I'm grinding. And that's just what it is.
And I'll have a mailing label waiting for you to place your order, because you will at some point.
That part.
That is so true. Well, listen, when the time comes and y'all blow up, just remember Miss T. I don't care.
And DJ Miz Official, because I'm gonna be doing all your launch parties.
Well, listen, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate it. Each and every one of you guys coming to talk to me. We are definitely going to be doing more of these because it's definitely needed. It's definitely necessary. Especially too coming from the youth. I'll put it like that. Coming from I'm not gonna call us the rookies, but we in transition. I'll say it like that. But I really do, like I said, I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate your talent. I appreciate your efforts of everything. I cannot wait to see what's in store for all of you guys. And trust me, my Bank of America card about to be lit up because I'm about to start buying stuff. I am, because that's what it's about. If we don't support each other, who else is going to do it? Like, we can't expect just to sit on our butt all day and just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till this. No, we got to keep going from the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
We have to. If we don't, like I said, nobody else is going to do it. So I appreciate y'all. But before we wrap up, I want everybody to tell everybody that's watching and maybe watching later or listening to this later where they can find you on social media. Miss Official, you are going first.
You like doing this to me.
I know.
learned it real quick. You can follow me now officially because, again, I have the world's greatest publicist on all social media at DJ Miz Official. That's MIZZ. Because if you type it any other way, you will not find me. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on LinkedIn, but you will not get that because that means I got to give my government out, and I'm not giving my government name. But if you need to book me, please holla at Miss T. She will relay the message, and we will handle the calendar and all that good stuff because I no longer handle my bookings. But again, just book me. I do birthday parties, everything. You need a DJ, you need music, you need visuals. I got you. Watch out for the hat line dropping soon. We got some big things happening before 2020 is up. So just keep on the lookout for it. And I do travel all over. You need me in Timbuktu, I'll be in Timbuktu. I got you. All right.
What about you, Radiance? Where can they find you on social media?
Social media. You can follow my business name. It's The Chosen Jewels Collection. On Instagram. Facebook is just Chosen Jewels Collection. My personal is Chosen Royalty with TEA. Twitter. Same thing as the Instagram, Chosen Jewels, but it's just Chosen Jewels COL because you can't go that long. But yeah, we're mostly on all social. You see Glory, she's here now. We're on all social media. Honestly, I try to keep up, but I'm mostly on Instagram and Facebook. majority of the time. So, yeah.
Okay. Aaron, where can they find you at on social media?
So Instagram, you can find me Cosmic Wave Apparel. On Facebook, you can find me Cosmic Wave Apparel as well. My personal Instagram is Ace43, ACE spelled out, number 4, and 3 spelled out. And if you want to shop online and check out my catalog, is shopcosmicwave.com.
Awesome. And Virgil, I know you got more than one.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Okay, so the personal page is at Hollywood_King PR. The cosmetic company is Opulent on Instagram. This is all Instagram. Opulent Beauty Cosmetics CO. My celebrity entertainment websites Instagram is raw_Hollywood. You can shop online at my website for Opulent Beauty Cosmetics at opulentbeautycosmetics.com. And yeah.
I love y'all. I really do. I really do. Like I said, guys, I really do appreciate all of you guys so much. Again, if you did not catch the beginning, you can find me again on all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Talk with Miss T, MISS, the letter T, www.talkwithmisst.com. Say that all with one breath. Whew, that takes a lot out of you, literally. Also, we are on Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and we have now joined Kiss 101.7 FM for Delaware. So we lit, y'all. We lit. But until next time, guys, again, I appreciate you. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. I'm having a very, very special guest. We are going to be having a lot of fun tomorrow. It's my daddy. He coming to join me tomorrow on Talk with Miss T. So don't forget to join in tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, you guys, Miss T is signing off.